This project is going to be shortening these jogging pants. If you notice, they're a pretty nice pair of jogging pants. And I'm not familiar with all of your logos and your specialty pants, but these pants have a zipper on the outside seam of the leg. And if you notice the little stretch band webbing along the bottom, so these are going to have to be shortened, and the zipper is going to have to be replaced, adjusted back to this position here. The first thing we're going to do, which I've done already, is marked up how much I need to shorten. Next thing I'll be doing is removing the band and the zipper so that I can shorten the pants to the desired length. The first thing I'm going to do, or the second thing I'll do, is to measure the inseam from the inside of the pants leg to the desired length. And once this is straightened out, it will be 30 inches. Okay? I plan to reattach the band, the webbing at the end of the pants leg. So therefore, I'm going to deduct the 2-inch length from the desired length and allow some seams so I can reattach it to the end. And I'll take this band off, and I'm going to reattach it and making sure that the inseam is the desired length that I want. I'm going to start by removing the zipper. This is actually a razor that's used for box cutting, which I like to a seam ripper because it's a little bit faster. So I'll unzip the zipper, pull the zipper tab, and begin to remove the zipper. Remember, the desired length that I want is 31 inches. And the band, this band is actually 2 inches. So you subtract the 2 inches from the 31 inches and allow for a seam about a half of an inch. This actually is going to go up just a little bit further. Hopefully you can see that. That should be 2 inches there, and a little bit for the seam. So bring the zipper up to that point. Again, you want to measure. Okay. So we'll replace the zipper once we relocate the band. I'll take a pen and mark that place. And I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Okay, I removed the zipper on both sides, and now I'm going to make sure that they're equally proportioned, turned up in the same place, as you can see here, on both sides. Okay, so the zipper has been removed. And I will mark this where the band is going to be attached. Then I'll band from the bottom of the leg. You may make a note of the length that you're desiring. Again, it's 31 inches. You can always go back and double check it by placing a pin mark there. Okay. Now again, the zipper is on the outer portion of the leg. This is the inseam here. So I'm remeasuring just to double check. 31 inches is where I'm going. Okay. So once this band is placed on there, 31 minus the 32, I'm actually going to cut it off at 29 inches, or perhaps 28 and a half. When you're altering, you want to make sure you take note of any detail stitching, because you want to make sure that it's done back the way that it was originally, as much as possible. In this case, I'll be trimming away the band about a quarter to a half of an inch above the band. And I'll just put it out of the way for a moment. Again, this is the length that I want, 31 inches. Always double checking. Okay. So this is where the band needs to stop, and this is where it needs to be attached. Hopefully you can see that. So we're going to mark that place right there. Then I'll come back and I'm going to remove the remainder of the pant. And you can measure that also. Which will be going to measure another inch and a half. Actually, we're going to take off 2 1/4. If you fold it back like that, you'll have the same amount all the way around. And we have that much more to come off. Be careful not to cut your zippers. Okay. We'll even that up in just a moment. You will end up evening up the length of the pants as necessary. If you notice, there's where I marked the distance there. This is my inseam here. So I just trim that right there. Being sure not to cut the zipper tabs. So that's even. This is the inseam, and that's the outer leg. Okay, so the zipper tabs, I'll move those out of the way momentarily. And then I'm going to reattach the band around the leg. Now I'm going to pin the band onto the leg all the way around, making sure you match up the ends. Okay, can you see that? Just begin to pin it right along that area. Notice I have the seams matching on both sides. Here, there. Proceed to do this all the way around. Because you shortened the band, you're going to have a little bit of extra fabric going on here. So you need to kind of stretch it to ease it in a little. So as you're pinning, just kind of stretch a little and pin. When you stitch it down, the easiness will be pulled in. And you'll see that as we stitch it back together. So we're halfway there. If you want to be able to make this seam nice and smooth again, open where it folds back on both sides. That way you can fold it back again and you won't have a funny looking edge. You'll see this once we stitch. So on both sides, there and here, you want to separate that where it's folded down and stitched down. If you're using a razor, be very careful. If you're not comfortable, by all means use a seam ripper. Okay? So if you notice those two edges, we'll be able to fold back like this again. Using the webbing as a guide, I will stitch right in the ditch all the way across. Not familiar with stitching in a ditch, and stitching that within the seam that's already there. I'm going to stitch that all the way across, and notice I'm stitching right inside the seam that's already there. Here's where you're going to ease in the fullness that's under, that's coming up on the bottom, and you just gently stretch it as you stitch. Gently. And the machine will ease it in from the bottom. Now on one end, it doesn't actually fold back, so it'll be okay once we turn it up. We'll just fold it back. Okay. So now we'll trim this, and you can serge right along the edge. This is the finished result. You have your webbing back on there. This will be turned up towards that way. We'll stitch that back down, and we're going to replace the zipper. Just so you can finish the edge and it looks nice, you want to serge, or if you have pinking shears, you can cut it with the pinking shears. Unless you want to spend a lot of money buying all different colors of serger thread, you can use a neutral color, a color that's close to what you're doing. I'm using white. Serging off excess fabric. You notice there's a nice finish there. And then I'll go back and top stitch it. So I'll serge this all the way to the other end. Be careful not to break your needles serging. This little area was just a little bit too thick, so you just got to bring it all the way to the edge where it will feed through. So here you have the serged edge. And next we're going to turn it up. This seam will be turned upward, and then we'll top stitch it so that it'll look like it did in its original state. Remember to snip your threads. Now you want to open this seam so it's flat when you turn it under, and then the rest of it you're going to push towards the top of the pants. First of all, we're going to open this and top stitch it down, and you'll need to snip it because the rest is stitched or serged like so, so it'll be nice and flat. Okay. You're going to top stitch all the way across and hope that your thread doesn't break. With top stitching, make sure your top stitching is nice and neat. Can you see that? So you want to do that all the way to the end. Now that we've stitched the band back on and top stitched it back, we want to replace the zipper. or reattach the zipper. So if you notice where that fullness is, I'm going to open it out and turn it back inside, and the zipper will go over it just like that. So for the end of the zipper, we'll need to cut it, and it will be turned under just like that. Okay, and we'll do that on both sides. And to secure it, we'll have to stitch it over so that the zipper head will not come past that point. Just to hold it down and give a smoother little finish there, I'll stitch this down before stitching the zipper back to it, just right there. So we stitch it down. You have to kind of hold it because it's really thick. And you have to kind of go slow when you're working over thickness like that. So now it's holding a little bit better. Now, and remember to snip your threads. Then we'll stitch the zipper back down, and we'll clean all of that up in just a moment. So turn that under, move it over out of the way just a little, then we'll come back and we'll stitch it. Okay. Position it so you can stitch it right down, close to the teeth, but not on the teeth of the zipper. The needle down in there. Make sure that it's straight. And you're coming down to where you left it open. Slowly over the fullness. Easy goes. Might take a little practice. And the thread broke. So now you have this side finished, and we'll go over to the other side. That's the back side of it. Okay, zipper back and tack. And again, we'll stitch over this a few times to keep the zipper head from sliding off when it's zipped again. So this side we'll go back and we'll tack it down. Remember, we'll trim off the excess zipper, tuck it under. You can stitch this down first right here, and then come back and top stitch it over the top, which is what I'll do. Move that out the way. Be careful not to stitch on the zipper teeth. So this is just to hold this in place until I top stitch it. That's good enough. Now I'll turn it back and top stitch it. And you can kind of see the imprint from where the previous stitching was before. The main thing is to remember not to stitch on the zipper teeth. Careful as you stitch through thickness, as it will break a needle. So you might want to keep some extra needles on hand. And just work this back into the seam that was already there. And you're done. Cut the threads away. And remember to secure the ends so that the zipper won't zip. Zipper head won't come off. So there we have it. So now you see the altered leg, and this is the original leg. So do the same thing for the other leg as you did for this leg. That's that one. Here's that one. So you can alter your own jogging pants. Have fun.